Yeah, honestly, maybe we should just, when we really pop this off,
Yeah.
we should just go do like a presentation. We'll create an assembly or something.
Yeah, just
an inspiring assembly or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. And then just go talk to the school or something. I don't know.
inspire the people,
Inspire the children.
the children.
'Cause you got to think about the children. Hello guys, welcome back to the Two Latin Brothers podcast, the podcast where we talk about life experiences, brought to you as a day-by-day comedy podcast. We also talk about entertainment, but for some weird reason, I can't speak today.
He can't do the intro, ladies and gentlemen.
I
It's
can't
falling
speak
apart.
today. I am falling apart.
Also,
Let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about our week.
okay, so our weeks have been busy. Obviously, you can tell by when this episode is out.
Yes.
You've been busy. I've been busy. Like, isn't
we've been busy. The week's been busy.
Yeah.
Our lives have been busy. My weeks have been comprised of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like how you put that. Mine has been comprised of a lot of stuff too.
Yes. Honestly, pretty much the same thing that happened last week happened this week. For my life.
Well, in my case, like I had a lot more stuff go on. You know,
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot more. I've been busy.
Yes.
But somehow I managed to cram in time for like this sort of stuff. So, you know, it's been interesting. I also think that because especially like you're getting close to your reading week.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense that like it's like what's the word, compounding? Like the work is
Yeah.
compounding now because you're gonna get a week off. So
Mhm.
you know it's the way it goes in college. But for you, yeah, that's the main. In my case, it's the beginning of the year.
It's the beginning of the year.
It's really what it is. It's just the beginning of the year.
It just reminded me of that Kung Fu Panda moment in the second movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the beginning of the year, so you don't get like a half the year because.
Well, no, because like for most places, like the end of the year
Well, no,
is
it's the middle of the year.
well, most people the way that they structure businesses
Yeah.
is like the end of the year is April.
Yeah.
Like the physical year is April.
Yeah.
So that's your last quarter, right? So because of that, right? Most people's like beginning of the year,
Yeah.
you're going at it hard because you know you got to get that end of the year quarter. You got to hit those projections, you know?
Yeah.
Right? So
Sure.
it's really how it goes, right? So
Mhm.
but in my case it's none of that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Just explained all of that for no reason.
Yep. Welcome to the Two Latin Brothers podcast.
We explain stuff that makes no sense.
You're welcome.
No, but no, it's just I think it's interesting that the most of like our societal structure, like where we interact with other people,
Yeah.
that's how it is because for that specific reason is really
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So yeah.
I mean, within our week, we've done some things. We've watched. We finished watching the first season of a show we've been watching for like the last year and a half, which is White Collar.
You couldn't remember the name, could
Yeah,
you?
I couldn't remember the name. I was really struggling. We finally finished watching season 1 of that show, and I know the show ended a while ago. But we just finished watching season 1. Pretty interesting. Left us on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what White Collar is, it's basically an ex-convict brought in
A thief.
a thief, whatever. A thief brought into the FBI to help catch other thieves, pretty much.
No, the hell catch other criminals because he thinks like a criminal, so they basically hijack him for that.
Yeah, that's literally the show. Yeah, not bad.
It's a pretty good show. I mean, because like we mentioned this, I think we mentioned this before how we watched all the Suits,
Yeah.
and like we watched these shows as a family typically,
Mm-hmm.
and we were trying to find another show that was similar to it, that had like that same vibe, you know, and that White Collar was like on all like I literally went into Google shows like Suits,
Yeah.
and in like every listing, White Collar was like at the top of the list.
Yeah. Which is interesting to me though.
Yeah,
Cause like,
I feel like later on it'll get more.
yeah, same.
Cause like right now it's I don't know, I feel it's a little gimmicky.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also like that intro, and that intro needs work.
Yeah, that intro doesn't. Unlike Suits' intro
From the
that's
get-go.
a good intro.
Fire intro from the get go.
Yeah, it's a.
Hard hitting intro.
I need that.
Also, like the guy in charge of like music selection for Suits.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the songs that they play, like actually, there's one song that they played that they would play a lot
Mm-hmm.
near the end of the at the end of the show. And so literally every time Harvey is having a heart to somebody,
Yeah.
there's this song that would play in the background
Mm-hmm.
that they never released, like and
Really?
like
It was like a song made for the show.
yeah, and it was never released because they have released like the background sound like everybody's theme, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, but they never released that one song.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because I've been on a forum looking for it, and I was on Reddit, and this one guy's like, literally, I'm almost tempted to go in and just chop out every time the song's played in the show,
find
and
the
then
full
mashing
song.
it all back together.
Yeah. That takes a lot of work. Though.
Yeah, and he's like, because there's like you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it. That's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
funny because it's like that song is just so good.
Yeah.
So good. And there are other songs too where like they used a lot of. I was surprised how much instrumental music is in Suits that isn't written by their composer.
Like the Suits score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just like instrumental music that someone else wrote.
Yeah. Well, that's not the that show was really, really good.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that show. The other day, my brother and I were falling into YouTube Shorts.
Because
Some
we
weird
started
reason.
watching YouTube Shorts apparently.
We started watching YouTube Shorts on Suits.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we should see if we can react to some of those. Some of those are pretty good.
Those are pretty good.
Some of those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else have we watched recently? We watched an anime movie recently.
Yeah.
We finally watched the Sword Art Online movie with Asuna's perspective.
Oh, the progressive. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot we even watched that this week.
Yeah.
When did we watch that?
We watched that sometime. I don't know when. So much going on.
Was that Tuesday? I don't even know.
There's so much going on. I don't even know what we're doing.
I don't even know how we do. I didn't even. I thought that was last week.
No, that was this week.
It's so much is going on. I don't even know anymore.
Honestly, I feel not this week, but last week.
Yeah.
Last week flew by so fast.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I blinked,
and the week was over.
and the week was over.
Yeah.
And with this week, I feel like it's slightly slower than the week before.
Yeah.
But this week's also kind of feeling fast.
Yeah. I feel that. Anyway, what was it? Okay, so I watched Sora, the progressive, so like Asuna's aspect of it, and I noticed they changed some things, like some story elements.
Well, I wouldn't say they changed story elements. I feel like they did really good of like hiding around the bush.
Yeah, going around like the main story.
Yeah, going around it, working with the surroundings.
Yeah. Without.
I love
hurting.
how there's this one scene where this guy and this girl are hanging out in the game.
Yeah.
When they're all revealed their true identities.
Right, with the mirror.
With the mirrors, and there's always that one guy in the background with this guy he thought was a chick, and he's like, "You're a guy."
Yeah.
That scene alone, I'm just glad that made it.
Yeah. That they made the crossover.
Yeah, they made the crossover. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's still with the books.
Yeah, so they're dropping another movie soon. So, also they're dropping a Black Clover movie.
Yeah.
On November 31st.
Mm-hmm.
No, not November. On March 31st.
Yeah.
March 31st. Apparently is the release date. I don't know if that's like confirmed or not. I don't actually know.
Reddit says.
All I know is that it's the same day it's dropping in theaters. It's also going to drop on Netflix.
Cool.
So we'll be able to watch that.
We've never gone to watch an anime movie in theaters.
The thing. Okay, look, I have nothing against it. Like, it's hard to convince. Well, not really. I mean, I've never had the opportunity.
It's hard to convince you?
No, it's just I've never had the time really.
Really?
Like, it's hard enough to get in to watch like a normal movie.
I should go to the movies. I should get a couple of my friends and we should just all go watch an anime movie.
Go watch an anime movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depends what's out.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
I think it's interesting that remember when you had to go to like a specialty movie theater to watch an anime movie?
Yeah.
Now like you go anywhere and they're
I go to the Cineplex.
Yeah.
Playing like Goku.
Yeah.
Playing Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
No, it just goes to show the shift in generational stuff.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like my generation, they know we're gonna spend
And it's
on
so
that.
interesting, the dynamic between the past, the people who used to watch anime, and
Yeah.
the dynamic now.
Yeah.
See, like, the person who used to watch anime was, like, a weirdo.
Yeah.
Was, like, considered that nerd.
My generation.
Yeah. But now, with my generation, well, technically you're part of the same generation.
Yes, I mean technically now, yes.
Yes. Now with my
Well,
age
actually,
group,
my generation has now been given a new term.
okay, I don't care. But with my age group, 'cause
Yeah.
that just works better. We're so accepting of it now.
Yeah.
We're absolutely accepting of it. The nerds are the cool people.
Yeah, you're not cool if you ain't seen Naruto.
I wouldn't say that. There's a lot of people who haven't watched Naruto.
They still cool.
They're still cool. They're still cool.
They're still chill.
A little disappointed,
A little disappointed.
but you're still cool.
I mean, I think it depends. It depends on who your
I
friends
mean,
are,
there's
right?
just those few people who refuse to watch like the selected few movies
Right.
and like shows.
Right.
So like anime, some people are like, I don't even like anime. Don't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's people who are like, when it comes to like fantasy stuff,
Yeah.
like don't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
You know, like Harry Potter. Some people are like, okay, you know, I'm not into like Harry Potter that much.
Yeah.
And like people, especially now with the game,
Yeah.
it's like so divided right now.
It's so- yeah,
it's so divided
It's so
right now.
polarizing
Honestly,
now.
I'm not gonna lie, the game looks very nice.
Yeah.
The game does look nice.
Yeah.
My brother earlier today, she sent me a video,
Yeah.
almost convinced me to buy it.
Yeah.
Almost. I'm not going to though. Almost though.
Like you're like, I'm not going to.
I have to put a stop on myself.
It's like it's not even like for political reasons. It's just you can't afford it right now.
That's debatable. I just don't want to. I don't have the time to play a story game.
Yeah, I know. It's too just you got too much stuff. We got too much stuff going on right now.
Yeah, any story games. Like I was talking about that with someone earlier.
Yeah.
From my program, about how I don't have enough time to play a story mode game anymore.
Yeah.
I've just any battle royale, any like arena type games.
Yeah.
Those are the games I'm playing.
Because you can jump in 15 minutes a match and then get out.
And then get out because I don't
Yeah.
have to follow a story.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, there kind of is a story, but like not really. Like if you're playing Fortnite, there is a storyline.
I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I.
I have no idea.
You know what's crazy? It ends in like a month, and we haven't even done anything. Should probably get on that. Oh, that's what reading week's for. We'll go at it hard during reading week.
I'm so tired.
I mean, it's not that hard,
No, I love how.
especially the way we
No,
play.
this is the cool thing about school breaks.
Yeah.
All right. You get a break to relax.
Yeah,
The first step you do
is make.
is make an unspoken decision
Yeah,
to go to sleep every night at 2 a.m.
yeah.
and then you get back to school and regret your entire.
Well, I
break.
thought you were gonna be like you make the ungodly decision to make so many plans you won't have time to sleep.
that too. That too.
Because
I felt that one.
Because like, what is it? I remember one of my reading weeks. I can't remember. Our father took it off, our sister took it off, and you were still in school, but we just pulled you out of school.
Yeah.
And I can't remember where we went on like some trip somewhere for like 2 days, and then we came back, and then it was like a whole thing. And then I remember right after that, we came back the next day. I was hanging out with my friends. The day after that, I was hanging out with more friends. The day after that, we had this event we were going to.
Yeah.
And then it was a weekend, and it was like over, and I was like, man, like what, my whole reading week, I did absolutely like it's all gone. I never slept.
Yeah.
That's how it typically goes.
It sounds like a break. Like yes, you relax.
Yeah.
'Cause you're not like stressed out about like, oh no, I gotta get this in. But it's like a different form of stress because now it's like a reservation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Because you're gonna be late for that
yeah, 'cause
reservation.
I'm
you
gonna
know
be
what I'm
late for a reservation now. Like I gotta go here, I gotta go there. It's a completely different form of stress now.
saying? Yeah, it's a different environment, really. I mean, but that typically happens, you know. I mean, most breaks, it's just like everybody's like, oh, I gotta hang out, you know, because
Yeah.
you know everyone wants to hang out with like
Just
their classmates.
oversaturate your break, honestly.
Yeah, and that becomes a problem if I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's
But I
just
mean,
so
hey,
much. Yeah.
you get a break
I got a break
from school.
from life.
He's just like, I'm so done. I'm so
Tired, man.
I'm so done.
I'm so tired.
I remember I had a teacher who, especially in high school, where when we would get like to May,
Mm-hmm.
he would tell us, he's like, guys, summer's just around the corner. It's so close. you can smell it. We walk outside and smell like spring. Because it was May. But it was always funny. He'd always say that. How you're so close to it, you can smell it.
Yeah.
I remember this one time when I was graduating from high school. He walked into our class, and I think it was like June. It was like the first day of June, and he was telling us how you guys are so close, you can smell the diploma. And I'm like, I don't even know what that smells
Fresh
like.
pressed paper.
I don't even know what that smells like. It smells like ink. Because they're printed the morning of. I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah. They're printed the morning of because we give people till the very last moment to hand in their volunteer hours.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know that, and this, not that I'm going to expose anybody, but apparently there were like 12 people the year I graduated who handed in their volunteer hours the morning of.
Wow.
The day we were graduating, they showed up to hand them in early.
Wow. That's crazy.
Because they wouldn't have graduated because for those who don't know, in Canada, you have to do 40 hours of volunteer work in order to graduate high school.
Yeah.
And it's just to get you out there and to give you some sort of experience in something. Most people go to, they'll go to like a shelter or something. Some people volunteer if their parents, work at a nonprofit, they'll go there. Mm-hmm. Or what typically happens is people will go volunteer at an elementary school and stuff like that. So that's what I did, and that's what he did, and that's what everybody I know did. Yeah. But it's very interesting to see how it plays out. But I mean, when I graduated high school, I had like 300 and something volunteer hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the thing too is just first, depending on what you want to study in college or university, some programs require you to do a lot of volunteer hours.
Oh yeah.
Like when I became a social worker, they were like, you need to do 100. Yeah, I had to think about it. They're like, you need to do 150 hours just to apply.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, like that's the requirement. And then they're like looking at your communications grade.
Yeah.
They're like, you need these many hours, and then we'll look at your English grade. Yeah. And so I remember when I handed in my sheet, and I had one of the teachers at the elementary school I had worked at, volunteered at, fill it in. She filled it in, and she put down that I had done 375 hours.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Two Latin Brothers Podcast. You thought there wouldn't be a commercial, but there is. So make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you guys right now.
And I was like, is that all? She's like, you're going to help me for the rest of the day today anyway. So, like, where do you think you're going? And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm saying it. Yeah. It was really funny because when she was filling it in, all the because, like, it's been so long. I don't know any of the kids there anymore. Mm-hmm. So all the people are like, who's that guy? Yeah. And this one girl walks up to me. She's like, are you the new student teacher? And I was like, nah, I'm not. I don't even know what's going on. And then the teacher, she goes, you want to go get, because she was like with some students in her class. Mm-hmm. She's like, you want to go get the class? I'm like, what class is it? And then she tells me, she's like, it's this grade 7 class, and this is where they line up, and I had to go pick them up. And I go, yeah, sure, I'll go get them. And so I leave, and I go, she's like, do you know where the lockers are? I'll figure it out. And then I remember walking out to like pick up the class. Yeah. And a teacher who taught me sees me, and he goes, yo, he's like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, just helping out. And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, you here to pick up her class? I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up her class. And he's like, all right, okay. And then the class is like lined up. I'm like, hey guys, you want to like go in now? And then the principal looks at me, I'm like, can I? Like, and then the principal goes, yeah, it's fine, whatever. So I walk into the school, and I'm like, they're all in like a line. They're all looking at me like, is he the substitute? What's going on? Like, I don't understand, right?
Like,
and
who is this guy?
We line up. They line up. We go to their lockers.
Yeah.
Because it's like winter time, so they're putting all their like jackets and stuff in their lockers and stuff. They're grabbing all their books and stuff. Like, okay, guys, line up, and then they line up. I'm like, okay, guys, let's walk to the class. We get to the class, and they walk in, and they see the teacher. At this point, they're just confused.
Like, what's going on here?
They're just so confused.
What kind of facade are you pulling here right now?
They're like, why did she send this random guy to go get us?
Yeah,
it was just funny. But what I found really enjoyable after that was how, well, not that I found enjoyable, I just found it kind of like awe-inspiring for them. Yeah, was the fact that then she started talking about, she kind of gave like a quick preface of who I was. Yeah, and like how I volunteered a lot, and how like I have built a really good reputation with the community itself. Yeah, and with the school. Yeah, and they're like, you guys should really aspire for this, and then like so much so that now all that hard work that he's put in helping us out here is now paying off for his future. Yeah, in what he wants to do. And I remember when I left, a teacher was outside walking by, and then she came back, and she goes, she's right about all that stuff she said, right? I go, what? She's like, you walk in here and some people think you own the building the way we react. And I'm like, what? She goes, yeah. She's like, because you were involved for about 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
I was involved in everything that happened at that school.
Yeah.
Every event, every little thing that happened in that building. I even got invited to parent teacher meetings, and like when the council would meet up, and like I was invited to all of those things, and it was. I remember like they were like, you should vote on this. I'm like, but I'm not a staff here. Like I should. Like you should vote. You're basically a staff here. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember you when I was still going to that school.
Yeah.
I remember you showing up a lot.
Yeah, at one point, the principal at the time, she joked, she's like, "We should get you a class. Like, honestly, we should just get you a class."
Yeah.
Because but I'd have to go to teachers college, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Well, because I didn't know, in order to go to teachers college, you need to have at least a degree in something.
Yeah.
And I don't have a degree.
Well, you have a certificate.
I have a diploma.
Yeah. So.
I mean,
Close enough.
I mean, but it's not the same thing.
Eh.
They won't. I won't ever be able to teach unless I get a degree.
I mean, you can teach because you can become like tutor teach.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could become a tutor, but that's just.
And you can work as a tutor for any school.
I think there's like there has to be some base requirement for that.
Yeah, communications.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But anyway,
communications.
Anyway, moving on. Those are the sorts of things that I think are interesting, especially, and during my reading weeks, I would go every day.
Mm-hmm.
There was one reading week I had during college. I went every single day that week to the school. Yep. And I remember what was it when I came back, because at the time I was also doing a student placement.
Yeah.
And I was told by the college that you have to tell like your placement, your reading week when it is and all that. And they're like, and if you're at a school, your reading week won't be until they have their March break.
I see.
So like you have to like time it to be with them, right? Otherwise you're not doing placement for a week essentially. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people were like disappointed because they were out of school. And so I'm like during my reading week, I'm gonna go to the school. Yeah. So that I went to the elementary school, and I remember there was somebody who was actually doing their placement at the school, was in my program, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh, just helping out." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "I went to school here," and they go, "No, you didn't." Walk up to like a photo. You see this photo right here? They're like, "Yeah." You see this little kid in the front there? And they're like, "Wait, is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I went to school here." I'm like, and I did all my volunteer hours here. Everybody here knows me. Yeah. The office ladies are like, "Yo, hey, how's it been? How you doing? What's going on?" And then like, I remember the principal, she walks out and she goes, "Hey, how you doing?" Whatever. And then all the teachers like, "Yo, I've never even talked to like some of the people that say hi to you. Like I've never interacted with them before." And then I'm like, let's introduce you to everybody. So we just walked around introducing to everybody. But it's definitely interesting when an outsider sees the like they're like, "You're so quiet in class," and then here you come and you're like, "Yo, what's up? What's happening?" Yeah. People asking about your family, like they know you guys so intimately. I'm like, because they do. They saw my sister, me, and my brother. They saw us grow up and become people. Yeah. And so it's one of those really cool dynamics that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't really know where else to go with this.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
There's just so much history also at that school.
Yeah.
Maybe as you said.
Maybe someday we'll go deeper into it, but
yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get the chance.
I have to get clearance from somebody. Imagine getting one of those. Who would you get? Like, okay, say the name, but we'll cut it out. Who would you get to be on this podcast?
To be on this podcast?
Yeah.
From that school? Yeah, there's really good teachers there.
Yeah. Actually, we don't even know if the other teacher's still there.
Yeah, we don't.
So that would be something we'd have to figure out.
Yeah, but honestly, maybe we should just, when we really pop this off, we should just go do like a presentation. We'll create an assembly or something.
Yeah, just
an inspiring assembly or something. I don't know. And then just go talk to the school or something.
Inspire the people.
Inspire the children.
The children.
You got to think about the children,
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
You got to get like 500 Kit Kats.
No. This is what you do. You get 10 prizes. Yeah. And then you have them all do something.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Or volunteers for like whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, can you
Can I
do a backflip?
Can you do a backflip? No. can I do a backflip? I don't know.
That's for you to find out. Next
Watch me
time on.
fail, children.
Turns and looks at the camera. Next time on.
Next time on me doing a backflip and hurting myself.
I think that'd be funny. I feel like I can't imagine.
I've always wanted to walk into like a school I went to.
Yeah.
Super successful.
Yeah.
With a camera.
Yeah.
And just film that. But here's the thing, right? Like you got those pink slips.
You got to get clearance first.
You got to get clearance first.
You have to get permission from the school board.
Yeah.
And then once the school board okays you, then you have to get permission from the school itself.
Yeah, I know the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very convoluted.
No, it's not.
You say that, but it kind of actually. I remember this one time I was at a presentation where they had like camera crew there.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at my teacher and I go, I never got asked if they could film me. And he goes, oh no, they asked you at the beginning of the year. I go, what? He's like, you remember that pink slip? And I go, yeah. He's like, your parents said they were okay with it, then you're here. And then I'm like, what about all the people who weren't okay with it? It's like, what do you think they are? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, there's only like 3 people who aren't okay with it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, where are they? He's like, they're somewhere. Yeah. And then I'm like, what?
I mean, like,
I didn't even know. Because you know what I mean? Like, it's very rare for someone to be like, the parents to be like, no, I don't want you filming my child. But I didn't know there were parents who were actually like that. Yeah. And there were 3 people. And then later on, I found out who one of them was. And I'm like, and he was like one of the chill guys too. Yeah. It's like, dude, your parents? He's like, yeah, my dad works for the government.
Oh, I see.
He's like, so like, I can't be photographed or anything. I'm like, dude, how do you do it on Snapchat? And then he's like, I don't have Snapchat. I'm like, then what do you do? He's like, I use Instagram. I'm like, what do you post on Instagram? I was like, it's all scenic shots. There's not a single photo of me on the internet. Yeah. And he's like, and all my really close friends, he's like, I tell them not to post me on anything. Yeah. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Yeah. It was, but I hadn't realized that was what was going on. And all this time, like, yo, he's just like one of us. Normie.
he's a normie.
Yeah, he's just one of us.
He's a muggle.
And then we all found out what was actually going on. We're like, oh, so your dad know like classified stuff. Yeah. And then we were all trying to figure out what his dad was actually, because he wouldn't tell us where his dad in the government worked. Yeah. So what's your dad do? It's like,
I won't tell you.
I remember this one guy was like, how many people has your dad killed? He's like,
how many bodies?
And then he's like, I remember.
I just remembered that.
No, I remembered how he would be like, guys, he works an office job. It's not like if anything, he's like. So then we were all like, oh, so he's an analyst. But if you've seen Jack Ryan,
analyst is not just an analyst.
Yeah, he's a little over the top.
I wonder if there is like people who work like that. Yeah, like they have their family completely unaware
of what they're doing. Yeah, that'd be
like they're crazy. Like there's gonna be like a meeting. I'm gonna be gone for like the next 2 weeks.
What was that? There was a movie about that where like this guy
living a double life.
Yeah, he lived next door. Yeah, and he worked for like a pen company, and like at the middle of the night he'd get calls that there's an emergency, and his girlfriend at the time goes, "What emergency could a pen company have?" It's like the ink. It's spilling everywhere.
And what are you going to do? Patch it.
No, and they go, really? He's like, and it's my branch. He's like, the one I'm in charge of. He's like, so I got to go. And she's like, okay. Goes, he leaves. He's in like Europe in like 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
He's like doing some like covert op. And he's like, because I work for an ink company. It's like the funniest thing. Oh man.
Yeah. See, like, I want a secret identity. What if this is all a facade, guys? I'm just spying on everybody.
No, imagine that were like an actual thing. There's like an influencer. It's actually like some covert person.
That would not surprise me.
Like imagine there's like someone like from another country. They're just a spy.
See, but here's the thing. It couldn't be anybody who started from like a young age.
Right. Yeah.
Someone who's already like an adult and then got into it.
Right. Yeah.
Would have to be someone.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you can't have like your training on display.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna be covert, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It'd be like very underground, very like. Yeah. And then suddenly they pop off.
It would not surprise me.
Overnight they have 1 million subscribers. It's just the entire agency followed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually something to think about, right? Like if you want, like I think about that all the time. Like, if a CEO wanted to pop off, he could just get his entire company to follow him.
Yeah. Be like, I'm doing a draw. Make sure to subscribe, and if you do subscribe, you get entered into a draw.
Yeah,
that's all he has to do.
You get 10%.
you get an additional 10% on top of your bonus.
No, it's at 5%. No, but I mean, that would actually be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, also,
Especially if you run like an empire of a company.
yeah. Well, I mean, most CEOs are followed by their company, their employees, because they'll like, especially through Twitter, they'll like tweet out like, "Hey guys, things aren't looking so good." I mean, like the president of El Salvador.
Yeah.
That guy fires people over Twitter.
Yeah, he has. He really has.
It just straight up like, "Yo, I need you to fire that guy," and I love the replies. Consider it done.
Yeah, no.
It's done.
Yeah, I love that guy. Oh,
he taught the world how to use Twitter.
he's teaching the world how to really
run a country. Yeah. I mean, especially for the third world.
Yeah.
Like, cause a lot of the more first world countries, like we have problems. Like, we do have problems. Like we're not saying we're perfect, but we have a system that works.
Yeah.
Like even if the for example, our prime minister, if our prime minister wasn't there,
yeah,
it's still a well-oiled machine. It's not gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of these third world countries, like they have a lot of reforming to do. Is what it really is. Mm-hmm. So you run into these sort of situations where, they have to change laws and then pass laws, and sometimes there's like the guy who's blocking the law is a corrupt guy, so you gotta get evidence on that guy to arrest him, and then like it's a
whole thing.
Yeah, it's a very complex and very very challenging thing to navigate.
I don't know what to.
You don't know what to talk about anymore.
I'm literally running out of things to talk about.
Bro, we already did our commercial break.
We did our commercial break.
We didn't even announce it.
Oh my goodness, we're just that good.
We already did our commercial break.
We're just that good, guys. Yeah. We're that amazing.
Yeah, you
literally come here every week just to see me figure it out.
No joke. It's been like 10 minutes since our commercial break.
Oh my goodness. That is absurd.
And we're talking about it right now. We're dressing it right now.
We're dressing our commercial. Should we change the commercial break, guys? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to you. Let us know in the comments.
I feel like it should be like a photo op of you.
No,
we film like you getting photographed, and they're like, follow us on Instagram. You'll get this.
a photo shoot.
Yeah,
it'll be a collage of my face.
No, it's just we get an actual photographer. We take photos. Like you could see this on Instagram if you followed us.
I know a few guys.
I know a few guys do. So
we can make this happen. Just give me a call.
They have to give you a call.
Yeah, they have to give me no, I'm kidding. Don't give me a call. Text me first.
They're watching this?
I know you're watching.
They're not.
You know who you are.
No, you don't.
They do.
That'd be funny, though.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. I can't wait for your photo blow up after this.
You know what? We should really challenge that egg Mr. Beast had. The most liked photo on Instagram.
Yeah.
We should really challenge that.
Why?
And then make it a brown egg. That's right. I'm making statements.
Well, that's a deep cut.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh yeah.
Should retract that one.
No. That's staying. That's staying. We're doing this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But if you want us to, let us know down below in the comments.
Oh man. I don't know how I feel about this.
We'll see.
No. What was I gonna? There was something I wanted to say, but I can't remember now. Oh, okay. So we watched. What was the movie we watched the other day? We talked about the Sword movie. What else did we watch? We watched Suits, not Suits. White Collar. What's the other thing we watched? There's something else we watched. I know there's something else we watched.
My brain's broken.
Oh, we've been watching a lot of anime.
Yes, we have, and none of which I know the names of.
Yeah, we're tackling the new season of anime.
Yeah. None of which I know the.
I don't know the names of them either.
I don't know the names.
I know what the icon looks like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
the cover art.
The cover art. That's all I know.
Yeah, the cover art. As soon as we're done,
and the synopsis.
As soon as we're done watching this, we're gonna watch an anime.
Maybe.
No, but honestly, it's crazy.
We have busy weeks. We have busy lives. We apologize for not having a React Monday. We're gonna try to get one to you guys this Monday.
And see if we get a vlog done too at some point.
See if we can get a vlog done too, because that needs to happen.
Yeah, we've been slacked because it's been hectic.
Yep.
And and it's gonna get only more hectic as the year goes on.
We need like a retreat to get ahead. That's what we need in reality.
Yeah, because I feel the more also with what's going on with me,
Yeah.
It's gonna get even more hectic. So we're sort of trying to figure it out as we go, but we're not exactly sure.
Exactly.
And we have a lot of stuff to discuss and figure out. And also, if we're just gonna go at this full time, that's also the thing, right? Because we kind of have been doing it, sort of, not really. I mean, but it's one of those things, right? But I think we have definitely slacked the last little bit.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to jump back on the horse.
We're gonna regroup,
have a discussion, maybe go to a Timmy's, want a nice cap.
This is you in a damn nice.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever we release something. And make sure to share with your grandmother, share with your rooster, share with your donkey, share with your Pikachu, in case you have one. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.